All right, y'all. Black Ink Crew Chicago. Season 7, episode 1. The sassy niggas back. The sassy
Wait,
niggas.
wait. You forgot something.
Welcome to Shooting the Shit. I was so excited.
You're
The
so
sassy one
ready
was
to
back.
get to it, and then you forgot.
Welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Look here. They back, okay? Because see, I so hate looking at Black Ink Crew New York. It's just not the good feel that I get when I'm looking in Chicago. Okay. Ryan's back, got the man bun going on.
Ryan showed up with a man bun, and like for a quick second, I was like, damn. And then I was like, Ryan.
Right. And yes, Don. Yes, for the sexiness, Don. Yes.
You know what I find so attractive about Don outside of his physical self?
Yeah.
Is that he like buckled down and working on his shit with Ashley. And I just am so happy to see him like grow up, and because Ashley done put up with some shit
that most people won't. But he getting his shit together. So
I'm here for it. I was like, go ahead, I'll dine with the family man. That's sexy.
All right. So business is opening back up in Chicago. It's Ryan's birthday. So they got a little party going on the rooftop.
I got a question.
Uh-huh.
What the hell is going on with Kitty?
What she do? Because she was there? Because she looked crazy?
She looked crazy AF. Like, for real.
Well,
I was like, the men, like Ryan came in with his man bun and Don with his whole situation, and even Ford has his thing that Ford has, and the ladies look a hot ass
busted.
All of them.
Well, Shar, they showed her in her house. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But she looked cuter in her pajamas doing her little radio show than she did at the party. I was like, the heck?
They told her she looked like an auntie, and I was like, she's 30. Is she supposed to look like an auntie?
She definitely.
That's not good.
She looked like something.
I'm gonna give her a pass though, like, because what she's been through, stress will do, numbers on you. So I'm gonna give her a pass. I'm not gonna go hard on Charmaine.
And Kitty probably broke low key. That's why she ran her ass back to Chicago.
Remember that hooker and car wash that was like, have you seen Joe?
Yeah, I know Joe. That's what she reminds you of? No, not the girl from Car Wash. Lord have mercy. Okay, so what's going on? Don is bodybuilding. 4, he said he left Chicago. He went over to Dallas. Okay. We find out he got a baby on the way by a girl named Nina that he met on Instagram.
That was so confusing to me.
I'm just 4. I don't. Okay. We'll get back on that. So the girls are.
Do we have to?
Yeah, because it's gonna go back into it, later on. So I'm just gonna save my comment.
I was just like, question mark 4?
Yeah. Okay, I'll just say this. So, I was like, this girl that she met for, I know you watched the show, girl, and you thought it'd be okay to have a baby by 4, because 4 was not mentally stable the last couple of times we seen him, and that's not really the person I would think that I would want to jump up and have a baby by.
It's a
Yeah.
bad idea to jump up and have a baby by anyone. They have only known each other for a year.
It wasn't even a whole year. Hell, she looked like she about 9 months in now. We just
Right. So it was like really fast. And so like regardless, I
yeah.
mean, you don't know any of these things about him because you ain't known him long enough to.
But she had a whole thing where she could have. Don't tell me you ain't watched the episodes. Like you knew enough to know he unstable. He really unstable, and he just got out of that relationship with old girl. You know what I'm saying?
Who's on a whole different level. We don't know much about this girl. I don't want to
We
judge her
don't
too
know, but
hard.
and then what he got caught doing online and all that. But it's your thing, girl. It's your thing. Your baby daddy now. Let's see. So Charmaine, they ask her how her daddy doing. We find out her daddy got stage 4 cancer. We know she just went through the whole thing with her mom about a season or two ago. So here's dad with cancer. Kitty tells us she went back to DC to work on her makeup brand. And then she got a call by Charmaine to come back to Chicago to be the brand manager of Second City since Jess is gone. Look here, what do a brand manager do? Because I never got that when she got that title in New York. I thought Siege just gave her something so he can hit it. What's she supposed to be doing?
Well, a brand manager is supposed to help you build your brand and get you exposed in different places. I don't know that her platform is any bigger than Char's platform. So
Exactly. Because what did she do the last time she was there?
argue with that lady about who was in charge. Because the store manager and the brand manager shouldn't have nothing to do with each other. Like that's two different jobs.
So we find out Charmaine basically, she abandoned the shop during the pandemic. She said she was at home. She wasn't thinking about the shop. She chose her family.
That's for her brand ambassador though. That's the job to like keep that going while they're shut down.
She was in DC. So the shop was just over there getting cobwebs. I'm like, yeah, the shop, that was like really the perfect time to go in and make improvements.
Make it dope. Right.
Yeah.
And she has one tattoo artist.
I don't even know that dude name.
Neither. That's unfortunate, but that's her fault.
I don't even think they put it up.
That's her fault and her brand ambassador's fault because we should know.
Yeah, we don't know. Meanwhile, Nine Mag in full swing. Okay.
So this is the difference for me and why I like Chicago so much more than New York.
They was working.
They work. You see tattoos. You always see tattoos. Every episode, you're going to see some tattoos. They go showcase somebody's work. And Ryan actually goes to his business. He doesn't just walk in and be clueless to whatever is going on. Like they be discussing books and numbers, and he's actually involved in the business. So that, to me, that makes it feel more authentic.
Everybody had somebody in their chair. They was working. They was busy.
Yeah.
And they was really getting it in because the tattoo parlors was the last ones that was able to open up.
To go back. Yep.
Like getting it in for real. Meanwhile, over here at Second City Inc., like you said, it's one person there working. The place looked
and I'm sure he had to hustle that himself. He had to hustle his clients because of his own skill. The
place looked like it needed a good wash down. It was stuff.
I'm like, what's with all the plastic thing? It looked like it's under construction.
Yeah. Like she should feel embarrassed. And the sad part about it is she don't. She come in like, look at there. No, she should be embarrassed. So But over here in NYMAG, you know, Ryan, he hired a new lead artist. Wasn't no competition and all that. It was the man that was over there putting in work. That's who got the lead artist position. Okay, because Don over there opening up his shop, not a tattoo shop, but he got a gym. And Forbes,
Oh, he should definitely open a gym.
yeah, and it's nice because I've seen
Yeah.
gym. Back over here, Second City Inc. We see a wall of the old tattoo artist Fly Taddy. That was his name. Okay. We find out that he passed in the middle of the pandemic. Now that was a little controversial little thing going on. Okay. So Ryan, and this one on the show, but just
that's why they were very careful about how they said they wanted to honor them, but they didn't really touch on that because
they didn't talk about what happened.
Yeah.
So Ryan, when it happened, had posted that it was suicide. And then the family came back and was upset and said it wasn't no suicide, that it was a homicide. And a lot of people was blaming Bella, who we find out that he was going with, because it was him and Bella when he shot himself in the head. It was just him and Bella there. So it's a little controversy between was suicide or did she do something?
Well, I would think that would be super duper fucked up to be present when somebody commits suicide. And there's no way I think that people are not going to sideways look at you.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that sucks for everybody involved. I think people in the family don't want to say, and I don't know these people, like, I don't know anything details about it either. I'm just from the outside looking in. Family never wants to say that he committed suicide because then that makes him seem like something was wrong with him. But a lot of people suffer from depression. I mean, it is what it is. And so
it was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah. People couldn't.
But that sucks. Like it just, it sucks that somebody would commit suicide and then you be there.
Yeah. And
first of all, have to witness it and be there when that happens. The second of all, have people looking at you like you has something to do with it.
So that's a little background on that. Y'all can look it up. It's all on the internet or whatnot. Charmaine, she at the crib. She got a promotion during the pandemic. She is now the midday host of her radio show.
Good for her.
Home. Yeah. She's working from home, and we see little baby Nola. Little baby Nola look just like Charmaine. I don't see Neek.
I do, and it's funny because I'm like, I feel like she look like equally. Like if she's with Neek.
You think so? Is it right here?
It's something, yeah. Because I was like, dang, when she's sitting with him, she looked like him, and then when she over there with Charmaine, she looked like her. I think
Charmaine spit that
she
baby
one
out.
of those blendable babies that's gonna change up on you, and you can't tell who she's gonna look like until she, Caitlin looked like me most of her life, but not anymore. I don't even remember when it happened. One day she woke up and I was like, the nerve. You were supposed to look like me. Yeah, but everybody's saying that she looks like Charmaine, and I was like, I don't know. I see him though. Like
I see Charmaine, little juicy face. See when I look at her. So she get a call from her dad, and he's saying he's getting ready to start chemo. We find out that Charmaine moved him from Louisiana to Chicago so he can get better health care there in Chicago, which I would imagine they probably would have a better healthcare system.
Well, and at least he was there with her and not, because it was in the middle of a pandemic and you can't even go see people when they're.
Right. Especially not all the way down there.
Yeah.
So, he was in good spirits, and it's sad because we know what the outcome of that is going to be.
Yeah.
In the end. So, and then she made a comment that, she didn't know how long he had really been sick. He might have been sick for a while because he got stage 4. He might have been sick for a while and just never said nothing or
Or
ignored it.
didn't know because he didn't go to the doctor.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, well, we got this other issue going up. Black men got something against going to the doctor, and then pandemic time, wasn't nobody trying to go nowhere near no hospital. Okay. D messed around and had his stitches. I was mad as heck.
You almost couldn't go though. You almost couldn't even go. They had you sit in the parking lot until they call your number.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I feel like for the nurses working in that environment, they're like under so much you going in there, you dealing with that shit every day, all day long. Mm-hmm. You were already dealing with sick people, but this is on a whole nother level. They be in the hospital like scared every day.
Every day, scared to take that stuff home to their kids and
whatnot.
It's for a baby shower. The question came up, are they together or not? Because they don't really seem like, I'm trying to figure it out. Don was kind of like, as of right now, I guess they together.
He don't know.
Hey. So the guys is all sitting around and the subject came up about, him being in the delivery room when she gave birth. And he I'll be at the hospital, but I don't want to be in a room.
That in itself says a lot to me. Like, are you kidding me?
Come on. And here go Don trying to tell him, look, man, you got to be in the room for your child. See the birth. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like most men want to, like, regardless to the situation, most men want to be there for the birth of their child. They don't usually sit around talking about how I'll show up to the hospital.
But I ain't trying to be in there. Like, I was like, this who you want to have a child.
I know niggas that hate their baby mama, but still want to be
right there in there. Brian said he was right there playing catch, waiting to catch the baby when it came out, know. He immature. He sound like a little kid to me. Okay. And then, they try to talk to him, Don telling him, you got to be there for her because none of us know what it's like to have a baby and then the postpartum part, and it's something we ain't never gonna understand. So you need to make sure that you're there with her. He don't seem like that. He seems like soon as stuff don't go his way, he gonna catch an attitude and he gonna bounce.
He's just not that attached to her. I feel like, what was the other girlfriend? Nicole? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel like if it were her, he would have a 100% different attitude because he was in love with her. He's not in love with this girl. He just seems very detached from the whole thing. I don't think it has as much to do with him being immature as it is he's really not into that girl. She's 9 months pregnant and he's somewhere talking about co-parenting. That's usually not a conversation that you have.
That's what he said. That's what the boy said. He won't co-parent.
So that means you already decided that you really ain't trying to be with her like that.
But here's my thing. Then you should have used something. You grown as hell.
Why is you out here raw dogging it?
Exactly. You know what to do to prevent it. Like, I don't want to hear because he had a conversation with his brother later on talking about, I want to get married first and then have kids. I ain't never wanted.
No, you didn't do nothing to prevent that.
Come on now. That's stop.
And he's like, she think this is a wedding, not a baby shower. Like we're still trying to figure it out, and she wants to be all the way in. Yeah, she's about to push out your baby.
Yeah, he said it's all about the baby. All she wants to talk about is the baby. Because the baby on its way.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
the parents got to be happy too. Like, so basically you're not happy.
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, when she walked up, I was like, all right.
I said that when I seen her too. So
And I'm gonna leave it there.
okay. All right, moving on. So Don get rushed to the hospital. Okay, he's having heart issues. Now, isn't me, but anybody else think that Don takes something, for the muscles?
Everybody's saying that. Everybody's saying that because he said he kind of find out he had a virus, not coronavirus, a virus.
A virus that attacked.
But at some point, Don was like, he just blew up like SpongeBob, like somebody just blew in his thumb and the muscles were like, boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, but it's weird though, because he got that.
He was so tiny.
Yeah. And that's the part. Because most people, to come from the size that Don was, because Don was a big dude, they usually be like fat and still got like the muscles are in the stomach, but it don't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's still
he was tiny, like he was a whole triangle.
Yeah. And I'm like, y'all be taking the muscle supplements and stuff, and it be that creatine and stuff in there. Like, I'm like, okay, but he can't say it because he doing competitions. So even if that was this, he's never gonna be on TV anyway.
Well, everybody thinks that. Hopefully, Don, you'll stop taking that shit because it's not good for you.
It's not. And then when he came out, he talking about he was in the best health, but he don't go to the doctor. And then they talk about, he don't trust doctors. A lot of Black people.
Usually though, when you start like a workout routine like that, you're supposed to go to the doctor.
They tell you that. Even any video you watch, like if you're gonna do one at home, they always say at the beginning, see your doctor before starting this workout routine.
Right.
Get your okay. So yeah, go to the doctor. Okay, so let me see. Charmaine meet up with Ryan. So they talk about this whole incident come up between Ryan sleeping with his best friend's baby mama.
Why is Charmaine out here caping for Ryan?
She out here talking about people won't let it pass. It's been a whole year. And
I'm never gonna let it pass. I don't care how wonderfully beautiful Ryan happens to be and how much I enjoy looking at him. That's it. That's all. I'm not over it. Ryan is a terrible person. Ryan is a horrible person.
That was horrible.
And he's like worse. Like he's put his whole attitude about the thing is he's irritated that the whole shit came out and inconvenienced his life.
Yeah.
Hey girl, give me some of that pizza. I see you over there.
That is what he did. So
I was like, oh, we all the way on fuckboy status. You just you out here in muscle man t-shirts and ponytails and a whole fuckboy attitude.
But if ain't nobody gonna keep it real with him, he gonna keep up with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, watch your wife down, watch your baby mama for, because
he don't care.
He don't care. So we see him talking to his therapist. So he's telling the therapist he got a text from Anthony over a month and a half ago. And he wasn't ready to talk to him because he wasn't over it yet. Or I'm like, or do you want to talk to him now because we taping for the show? And you didn't want to talk to him outside of the show, but now the cameras is on. You ready to talk?
Okay.
And he keep talking about Anthony running to the internet and running to Rachel to tell her what type of person he was. I was like, absolutely. Who else was he supposed to tell?
Yeah. He was hurt.
And
at
then
that
he said,
point, he wanted to see you hurt. Yeah.
yeah.
And Rachel was the other person. Rachel was the other person that it happened to.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, who else was, that's who we were supposed to go to. Because she thought they was, I mean, first of all, not for nothing, they both wrong. She thought that was her friend too. We didn't see y'all on vacation and shit together with the couple.
That's the shit that's insane to me. Like these bitches, and Kat too, because let's don't act like Ryan didn't add, this is the first inappropriate relationship he had. He fucked Kat back in the day, and I thought Kat was a fucked up person. I ain't liked her since then, because I'm like, so you just cheesing and grinning in Rachel's face this whole time, and you fucking Ryan. That's disgusting. That you're that bitch. And then here come this girl. I don't know how they went on a whole vacation and y'all are just engaging with each other, fucking each other the whole time. That is some evil shit. Sorry.
Some evil shit. Evil shit. And I know somebody that was like that. Would do evil shit like that. And that's why I'm no longer friends with that person.
Well, I wonder who you're talking about.
But that's
it is evil. I'm like,
some people, it's a thrill. It's really a thrill to be in the room and the other person is there and it's our secret, and like that's some sick shit right there.
You know how Bugs Bunny, that thing, that heart was doing like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how my heart would be doing. There ain't no way in hell I would be able to pull that off.
And so she said, he talking about Rachel, he was crazy as hell. And she didn't want him to see the kids. I mean, at that point, you saying the kids, but was you over there trying to see the kids, or was you over there all up in Rachel's face?
He was trying to make Rachel she thinks you're diabolical because you are.
Yes.
And you're not even sorry. That's the messed up part about it, is you're like mad at him for telling Rachel.
So we at this meeting, I'm gonna skip right up. I mean, I don't know what him getting a tattoo of his mom on his side was for. That's not sexy. I think
no, that's not gonna make me think you're sympathy. A good guy, Ryan.
Yeah, he's trying to get some kind of like, see me, I'm being sensitive. No, you're not. So he meets with this dude, Anthony, and he talked about he had to do counseling before he was able to talk to him. That's what took him so long to talk to him. And he's saying that, oh boy, went too far going to Rachel, because now Rachel think he's a psychopath. And oh boy, it's like, Rachel's the only one I could talk to freely about it. I was like, yeah, because it was about y'all two couples. They were the innocent people in this whole thing. And he like, you went to her because, you know, that was the most powerful way to hurt me. He ain't say it, but he said, yeah. Act like he couldn't say it to her face.
Yeah, that's
like, well, absolutely. And oh boy, like, you was my child's godfather. Now I can't even trust you to be around him. I was like, no,
you're right.
No lies detected. And the fact that he's sitting up here getting an attitude with this man, like he can't understand why he's so mad at him. And he has a bigger right to be mad at him because, you know, instead of keeping my secret, you decide to go to the internet with it. You should have kept that shit to yourself. I know what I did was wrong, but you was out of line going to the internet and going to Rachel about it. Like, look at you.
I think he's less worried about the internet, and it's the whole Rachel thing. You think she wasn't gonna find out though? Like, how was she not gonna find out? She wasn't gonna find
out. That was.
You'll never get Rachel back, Ryan.
No, that's it right there.
That's it.
That's over. He said something about me putting my dick in her ain't got nothing to do with me trying to fuck your friend.
Stop talking about your dick.
I was like, he's so inappropriate.
Why would you say some shit like that?
And just get up and just, yeah.
Say that. I don't need a visual. Come on.
He better be glad that dude ain't beat his ass.
or kill herself.
Because he looked very unstable.
Yeah.
He did. And then this might push him over, Ryan. So your ass better watch out.
He ain't sorry.
Type of shit that get people toe up.
He's not even sorry.
He not.
Hey girl, I see you over there. What's happening? It's Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan Henry.
I don't know. I mean, fine as he is, if y'all want to deal with that kind of nonsense, child, I don't know. But you know, then like you said, Cat, and the situation with C's and Black Ink with Kitty, like you don't have no boundaries. Like hide your cat, hide your dogs, because right now
The difference is, Kitty, you played yourself. I don't feel sorry for you. You played your damn self.
the girl
Cat,
did
you
too.
played yourself too. Even more so because at least Kitty didn't know Rachel. She knew who Rachel was, but she didn't know her. But Cat, you was sitting up in Rachel's face and, hey girl, and that's my brother, my brother. I'll never trust these bitches to be talking about somebody they brother. But this time, Ryan, you betrayed not just Rachel, but your best friend. Like you betrayed everybody, the kids, everybody. Y'all were all intertwined together. And this bitch, I don't know her, but she wrong as hell too. She's diabolical just like you are, Ryan.
Mm-hmm. And his whole thing is, I ain't worried about the friendship. Clearly.
You clearly weren't.
He has no remorse.
And
so,
this is the thing about Ryan too. Every time, because we all know how he feels about Rachel, bottom line. I don't care what you say, we all know how Ryan feels about Rachel. However, you keep fucking up with Rachel on the throwaway bitch. All of them.
Yep.
Just based on the fact that you ain't finna trust none of these hoes based on how they came at you in the first place.
And his whole thing will make me mad. And he goes back to when you're doing good, people trying to tear you down. You did that to yourself.
No, but I had
this
Ryan
ain't that situation.
This time I was so mad at him with the cat situation. And when Rachel let it go, I let it go. Because I was like, if she ain't mad, then I could be mad. And maybe it was just a mistake. And Rachel and Ryan were off and on back then. They weren't necessarily on. That's why it was more of a thing of, really, Kat, you know he decided to go and get back with his wife, but you want to be like, I have to tell you something that's very important. No, you didn't, really. You could have just took that to the grave. You ran a business with Ryan anyway. But this situation is different. It just shows you how low. I thought the thing with C's was messed up though, because I feel like as much as I can't stand C's, Ryan, you wouldn't have no 9 Mag show without C's. He put this. He started.
Ain't no
shit.
boundaries. He don't have no boundaries, and this is a pattern. And that's what I'm saying. Okay, y'all better. You think this your boy? This been his boy since elementary. Y'all better watch his ass. Like if he'll do that, he'll do anything. He can't be trusted. He can't be trusted. So y'all better watch it. Being up under him, like straight up, do it for the show. And then after y'all go,
I think that's where they're at with it though, just because Four and what's the other one? Four and Don are real brothers. So I think that's what it is. They smart enough to, Ryan,
you gotta know they had to have that conversation.
Oh, you know they did.
They didn't want to talk about it on camera. Charmaine, the only fool that they could get to have a conversation, because somebody had to show for the show purpose that they were.
Well, they started talking about it, but then Charmaine walked up at the birthday party and let it go. But you know whose conversation I would love to hear. If we talking pillow talk, I would love to hear what Ashley and Don.
Yeah.
That was a good conversation. They talked shit about his ass. You know they did. Because I think out of all of them, Ashley would be the only one to be like, fuck Ryan, ain't nobody trying to fuck him.
Okay.
I'll keep Don, thank you. He's not out here fucking sisters and neighbors and shit. He was fucking strangers. Think about how many times Charmaine was over there bending her ass over for all of them in 9 Mag. And now I'm glad she found, what's her husband's name? I'm like, she found somebody that loved her for real. because
Neat.
she was over there, Charmaine, her husband. Neat.
Yeah, Neat. That's his
Yeah.
name. Neat. But every time I see Charmaine though, I be sitting up there like, it's cute. She got her little cute family and everything. But I'll be like, you're gonna get that shit back, right? That shit was done. And you knew all about his girl and didn't care. You getting that shit back, right? So go ahead. I hope it don't hit you.
The way, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Ashley was over there with a kid
and you, yeah. And
she sure was.
You knew that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no secret. You knew all about Ashley, and you said you ain't care.
No, because I think she really believed that. I think she really believed that she was a bad bitch that's ready to snatch this nigga away from.
She did think that. Yep. And every time I see it, I'll be like, that shit coming back on you though. I'm just saying, this is cute, but you got to pay for that shit that you did. And that's another thing. Ryan slept with the cousin too.
He slept with her, and her dude was like,
now we see. Snatched her ass right off the show.
He was like, yeah, you can't work there anymore. You can't be around Ryan anymore. Ryan tried to punk that nigga.
Yeah. All day.
Yeah, he was right on. Good job, homie. Cause you knew more than we did. Well, Ryan just be trying to walk around like the good guy. That's what's so crazy. You be like, oh, he's handsome and he's a good guy. He's like Satan for
getting
real.
away with a lot of stuff because
he's cute.
But you short, Ryan. You short. You've been looking like a little midget little person. That's to Don and Ford though. You know what I'm saying? Oh Lord. Y'all jump down in this dang on comment and let us know how y'all feel about Black Ink Crew. Chicago. But I'm glad they back though. Yeah, it's still something to look at. Thank you, Don. And we'll see you.
I'm gonna be looking at Ryan too. I'm gonna just be looking at him like this.
Well, go ahead, like this video. Subscribe to this channel. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.